When you're in the middle of navigating a team disagreement or mediating interpersonal conflicts between employees, you may not be able to help but wonder, why can't we all just get along? If you've ever asked this question, then here are your answers. Learn about the 6 most common causes of conflict in the workplace, along with some tips to prevent them from happening. First, poor communication can quietly erode team rapport. Employees may misinterpret what another person said. A remark may be taken out of context, or employees with different communication styles may struggle to understand one another. Also, lack of communication can allow issues to fester and grow out of control. You can prevent this from happening by facilitating clear and regular team communication. Also, try to encourage face-to-face communication as much as possible, especially when conflicting ideas and perspectives will be presented. Clashes in personalities or work styles are the second cause of conflict. An introverted employee may get annoyed by the constant chatter of a more extroverted employee, and someone who prefers to work with creative ideas may struggle to get along with someone who prefers data and details. In these situations, neither person is right or wrong. They just have different strengths, personalities, and work styles. So, what can you do about it? Talk openly about differences in personalities and work styles. Also, help your team recognize and celebrate the unique strengths and contributions that each person brings to the table. Third, conflict may be inevitable when team members have competing needs or interests. Employees may push their personal interests instead of the shared goals and interests of the team. Team members may compete for resources like time, status, and so on. In these cases, it's important to communicate shared team and company goals to help employees stay connected and align with the greater vision. Also, try your best to fulfill employees' individual needs. Create a culture of collaboration and abundance rather than one of competition and scarcity. Another common source of conflict is different values, or what people prioritize and care most about. For example, imagine that your team is deciding on the best approach to a problem. An employee who values relationships may care most about reaching consensus and giving everyone a chance to be heard, whereas an employee who values efficiency may push to make a quick and effective decision, regardless if people's ideas are included. In these situations, facilitate discussions in which your team agrees on priorities or criteria for making decisions. That way, when differences in values create conflict, you can always refer back to your agreed-upon criteria. The 5th source of conflict is ambiguity in workplace roles, goals, policies, or procedures. Tensions can arise when employees aren't clear on what's expected of them or others. There's more room for disagreement when there aren't clear procedures, policies, and objectives in place. That's why it's important to establish clear roles, systems, and processes for your team. Make sure everyone operates from a shared understanding of expectations and best practices. Finally, performance issues can strain team relationships and create resentment and frustration among coworkers. This can happen when a team member consistently underperforms and other team members are forced to pick up the slack. Or it can occur when an employee receives negative feedback and blames others for their own shortcomings. So, make sure to address performance issues promptly and directly, and encourage accountability and ownership of team mistakes. Many of the conflicts we just covered are rooted in differences between people. They're the result of differences in communication styles, personalities, interests, needs, values, perspectives, and expectations. Help your team learn how to effectively navigate and celebrate their differences, and work to understand and identify the causes of conflict so that you can prevent issues from happening or determine the best solution for the problem.